So it's January 25th, about a little bit after 6 a.m. right now. And it's been a few days since I saw you. But right after the last segment, I shaved. So I look completely different now. And I went down to go have my card recharged so I can get back into this door. And the guy was definitely treating me different already. It's insane how people treat you like you're more rich or just like you're not homeless looking, I guess. So that's cool. But what's also cool is our accounts are continuing to grow. We now have 3 followers on TikTok, so this is our 4th day. This has been almost a follower every day to start with, and for the amount of likes we have, this is pretty good. I'm hoping we can hit our goal and start making money from this, or we're going to be on the streets. So I wish us luck with that. Anyways, I guess I'm making this because we're about to show a product. We're gonna go back into drop shipping at the same time, and I may be freaking out a little bit, and that's why I'm doing that. But I'm going to kind of show you how that's going to go and the product and everything, and I'm excited to do this, so I'll take you right over here. All right, so if I just open this up right here, it's a cool little thing. Yes, this is the product. It's a little bit damaged. It has been since it came to us, but you know what? This is going to change our lives. This is what it is right here. It's actually insane. It looks cool. It can actually go and, yes, drive up walls. So I'm really excited about this, and I have high hopes for this. I had such a good feeling in the UK when we were originally getting this. Here is the wall area that we're going to use for this, by the way. All over here. I think it's zoomed in, actually. Yeah, there we go. That's better. I don't know why I was like that. So here's the wall area that's going to be driving up. Yeah, I'm excited for this, truly. So if you remember back when I was around the Chichester Harbor area, I drove, maybe it was like almost 2 hours, barely to get this in time with a few minutes away. I had such a good feeling opening this and seeing this. Like, something really jumped out to me. I am hoping this product is going to go well for us because we're going to put everything into it, and it's just going to prove to you, if it works, that I guess you can kind of take and put so much effort into something. It's not just like, oh, it's too saturated. It's like, you can make it work. You just need to know how to do it differently. I truly feel like this is going to do it for us as well. To have this and the other one with the courses while going through, and this is gonna be crazy, truly. I had a feeling this would be the 2 craziest months of my life, from mid-January to mid-March, and I think it's true. Looking back on this is gonna be insane. Like the Turkish food video, I'm still recording for the last couple months now. I'm gonna probably finish that next couple of weeks, maybe. Yeah, dude, it's been such a crazy ride, and if it fails, I'll be dying in the streets, probably, I'm quite sure. So it's, like I said, January 25th, and after February, that's it. March 1st, I'm out of here, and then I'm on the streets. So yeah, it's like a really big rush. It truly is, and thank God it's a leap year this year, so it gives me 1 extra day, February 29th. But things are pretty real. Life is real, and I feel for all the people who are homeless and go through so many issues, just like, because my family's been really bad to me as well in a lot of ways, and the way people talk to you is abusive, and people don't want to admit when they're wrong, and they don't try to improve their lives. They don't want to do anything. They just kind of blame you for things, and then when you come and you give them money, magically, oh, now they're happy. I'm pretty sure it's easy for anyone to start treating you well and being fake when you give them money. But the true thing here is, do people care about you when you're just there for them in general to help each other out? It's what a true friend is, because if your family or people are not like that, then they're fake. And they don't actually care about you. If you can't actually tell them what's going on in your life, that's factual. So never forget that. Wish us luck, and God willing, this is going to work. I have faith in it, and I'm going to work hard with this, like everything. This is it. All our studying, all our research, all our time, it's coming down to this right now. Okay, today is February 4th, Sunday, a bit after 9:30 p.m. And the videos I just recorded, it's been a few days already. Well, again today. I wanted to show you the children on the street here and what we saw. And apparently in a lot of these countries, people will leave their children out on the street to make them feel better from being in the cold. And it's absurd, honestly. I can't believe how parents are and what they're doing to their children, because that's going to make them feel more like this, like, just like really cold and away from people. People can't comprehend. It's actually infuriates me how people do things. You didn't even test them. You don't even know if they're going to work properly. And for me, cold, temperature, all these things, they're just temporary. If you used to be in a cold area and you go to a warm area, after a year or two, boom, you're already going to probably start not being used to that cold area, definitely. It's been my experience, at least. I can't believe the parents were also making their children work in the street like that, as you saw. There was a Muslim woman there making her child work. And it's insane. The way these children grow up around the world. The government's around, police cars, no one cares. No one gives a damn. Anyways, after that, I was showing the Black Sea here. It was quite nice. Very cold, but nice mountains and such. We went out again today and just at another market called Billionaire or whatever some days ago. Someone was constantly following us, and again, we went to another market today. People wouldn't let us come in or anything. It was like in cash and carry called Jibe or whatever, Jibe as they say here. And we went to like a Turks mall or Turkish store more, which is like not as good as I thought it would be. Both these areas just horrible, and they're following us so much in the Turkish place. So all three of these stores were doing this, and what they all have in common, they were cheapest stores. They were the cheapest, and people were treating you just like horrible. And it was just us, by the way. I see specifically, it looks like people are following her more because of color and such. That's actually absurd, the way people are racist. They're just trying to follow us constantly follow. I mean, I can't even describe to you how much they'd be following us the whole time. Right? You know, if we're in an hour, they'd just be there the whole time, like trying to get real close to us, touch us even. And the woman offered us a basket and trying to say no, several times. And then she only listens when you tell her, because these people are like feminists, like you said, and they're just listening to females. That's what you said, nothing from me. And I just like, you know what? It seems like what you're saying is correct. And it's just pissing me off a lot because they're just like the same reasons why I don't like America and I left America. There's too many issues with the way feminism is, and just like people disrespect this guy. And the south of Brazil is the same way. People just treat me horribly. That combined with racism for anyone who's not pure white is just absurd. It's absurd, truly. How bad people are around the world. America is not exempt at all. America is not exempt in the slightest. I mean, that country has so many problems. I have been trying to go around and get finasteride today and other days, and walking hours and hours from hospital to hospital, different areas. So long. So tired, walking so far, so long, and I couldn't find anything. No one was wanting to help me. They just go and be like, no, every time. It'd be like, very social, like, no. And just like the way people are so unhelpful and so cold here, it's absurd how people have been treating us. Makes me feel so like horrible. And the way people always running up in front of us, and this country is so unfriendly and so cold and not welcoming at all. I want to be out of Georgia, honestly. Sakatavelo. I'm just not happy here at all with the way people have been. So no one would help us, and we're just walking constantly. Finally, this sick woman ends up going, she's staring at us, coughing, goes over, leads us out of the building, goes into another building, and then this guy with her speaks English, a couple of people, she's coughing, and thank God we didn't get sick a few days ago. And shows us the address to go all over this other area in the city in Batumi, and just like, oh, you can go here and I can like get it in for you and import it or something. So end up going there, and oh, nothing. Again, no one wanted to help us, and it's been absolute hell trying to do this. All like a finesse, right? Because I've not been taking it properly. My hair is going to start falling out more, and it's actually literally even painful because the dihydrotestosterone DHT is literally attacking me, and it's something to be inhibiting the 5-AR, which is a 5-alpha reductase. It's an enzyme, basically. You know, it ends up breaking down the DHT and causing you to go bald and all that. It's been absurd trying to find this medicine here. Been searching for hours so long, and finally ended up trying to go for dutasteride. So we ended up getting this medicine called Avodart. Thank God we traveled all the way back, and people had it, but they show us just as one packet, and there's supposed to be 3 in there, so it's 10 pills instead of 30. Marked the price down like 4 something, Larry, and just like really we couldn't understand what they're saying. Tried to translate, and maybe it's all they had left. I don't know. Went over to another pharmacy next to them, and then they give us a package that was full, but they overcharged an extra $7, 17 Larry instead of 12. They should have been, and it was open. Like the seal wasn't even proper, and just absurd. Anyways, this is going to attack both type 1 and type 2 5-alpha reductase enzyme. So finasteride just attacks type 2. And because of this should be even better than finasteride. And it will also have basically the same side effects based on studies. This is still new. Things need studied more, but this is obviously showing great results so far with different studies that have been done. So now I finally got the medicine today. That's just so much help, and searching in hours and days of time. And just, I can't even explain to you how difficult this was. It's been maybe almost a week of our time. I feel like genuinely is absurd. Now I'm gonna go and move on to that, and probably definitely tomorrow. But that will help because it literally hurts on my hair follicles while I'm not taking this, because like the hydrotestosterone DHT is really attacking it, killing my hair follicles. It actually hurts and it's sore. I'm sure other people who take this medicine will know if you're not taking it properly. Try to stretch it out, and it just does not work. Anyways, What else has happened? It's been so many things constantly. It's actually been absurd. Like the guy down here trying to reprogram our key card at the reception, just like taking, and it was supposed to be for a month, and he ended up taking it off to put shorter days because like these people are so abusive here. To more clearly explain that, the card for opening the store here was already programmed to be until March 1st, if I recall. And this guy just takes it without even asking me, reprograms it when I'm talking about the electricity instead. And he just like, oh, this can't work, this can't work. And I'm going message in the house. And then he tells me, no, that's not right. I don't know what they're doing. Just truly, honestly, pissing me off with how bad this building is and these people. Like you said, there are people who just want to ruin your life, and they're miserable people, and it's a lot of our species, actually, a lot of humanity is like that. Try to get some gun until they die off of natural causes. Horrific people like that just ruin everything, truly. Let it go now and earlier, go and get that card properly done and reset so that we'd be here fine until March 1st. Because this has been absurd and a complete and utter joke. Now the way people drive here so violently, those get into accidents all the time as we've been riding around in Bolt, and how many people are constantly have their cars broken in front, even the quality of Airbnb, how much this is versus what you can get in Bangkok, for example, luxury, much better apartments and everything versus this for 400. This is more expensive than that. I've to pay bills here and everything. There's a bloody napkin behind the bed even. Just oh, we pulled it out. It's horrible. I can't even believe following us and stalking us. I mean to ask you, how would you feel if you went to a store and someone is just stalking you? And several people, by the way. I mean, make it clear, several people just stalking you, just literally thinking you're a criminal because you're just trying to go and shop for a few groceries and you've never seen the store before and you're looking around. Absurd, right? Funny. And as I wanted to say, Jibbe or jibe, that cash and carry. There was just like 5 or more women just like standing around, literally not allowing us to put our stuff anywhere because like they had lockers, they were all open and no keys were there at all. They just wanted us to put our stuff there and not be able to lock anything and leave it open while we go look around. And they were all just not speaking any English. None of them spoke, I think, even Russian, just anything. People who just speak the Georgian language here are some of the most horrific people I've ever seen, and they're literal bigots because they don't even know anything. People who speak Russian here literally know a lot more, normally kinder and friendlier. Not always. If I had to say, higher chance they will be friendlier with you based on our experience over and over again. Now, this might be anecdotal and personal encounters, but this is still extremely important to see. Well, why is this happening? Because it's happening with us. I mean, it's clearly not just like, oh, anecdotal evidence can be really important sometimes because I've seen everything that we're going through. So many people have complained about online as well, and Google reviews of being racist against the color or especially speaking English and such. So this is extremely important to think about and understand why this is happening. And just have 5 girls in there, literally just like one of them on their phone, other people just like they all looked brain dead. All looked brain dead in that freaking cash and carry store. It was driving me insane. We just had to walk out and leave. It's actually like pissing me off so much. In the evening, these people here become literal Hitler. You can't do anything. You have to literally talk to these Georgians in the morning, and maybe you might get something proper then. It's because about to me. I feel like Tbilisi is probably worse in some ways, but I don't know. I saw some people going there, and it just scares me. People are always honking here constantly. I wish I could have been enjoying my time more here, but people are constantly pushing into you and just not asking anything, running into you, and it makes it so horrible that people treat us here. And I even held the door open for a couple, I think it was girls walking through the ice cream place we decided not to go to, and they just didn't even look. They're just like completely spoiled looking, and just like I never had this happen in our countries from what I can remember, like so much. I don't even hold doors for open for anyone here anymore after they've been treating me. And the reason we didn't get any ice cream in that place, by the way, is because it's completely open. They were coughing and so those whole areas where you see the ice cream and dogs were inside there even everything. I don't even understand what they're doing. And it's not like Sao Paulo. It was not quality at all. The same way for how they were doing their hygiene inside us. Today, we went over and we went to KFC to get quick bites. We needed something. We're going out trying to get medicine again. And I was opening a door for us to go in somewhere. I think it's around this area. Literally, opened the door. These people come walking up when they're already further away. They went right in front, pushed us out of the way, essentially. I had to let go of the door because they're trying to like, push through 2 of them. And they're trying to rush through just like literally taking advantage of me. Actually in shock that they were doing that. And I had to reopen the door and both of us would go out. They literally just like, imagine you opening the door to go out and these people just like come in, just like pushing their way in. And I'm sorry, I've been to like over a dozen countries. I've never seen this before. I've never seen how rude people are in Kai for here or in any of the stores. The way people like try to check me, Even in the richer store here, AgroHub, it's truly been absurd. We're in obesity block D here, and it's just it's the richer part. This is the richest parts of the country. I'm in shock at how people treat us here and just how rude. How rude. It makes you so freaking angry. Yeah, that feeling like you want this part, like this country, to be taken over by Russia, like what is happening in Ukraine. That's almost how I feel because I'm so furious. Both of us here have been going through hell with this. I don't feel for this country at all. I truly don't. Like, they're such rude jackasses. I'm so tired of dealing with these people. I honestly want to just go back to a different country because they're so cold. And again, this is why I don't like people leaving their babies out in the cold in Finland, Norway, Sweden, whatever, probably Denmark, all these areas, right? Because it makes their babies just cold and resistant like this. Like imagine how you feel when you're cold, right? You feel like really, you don't feel warm and welcoming at all. You feel like, keep to myself, survive. And you're gonna change a baby's brain psychology when you do that and ruin them. You're gonna literally change how they are, their personality even. This is not beneficial, I would say. Even if there's some type of boost to your immune system, at what cost to your personality and how you are? Because I've seen, I'm like people growing up in warm climates versus cold, very different. Cold climate people are very more cold and resist, like just like to themselves. It's hard to explain, but they're like pricks and assholes more like here as well. I don't know. I'm so tired of dealing with these people like this, and I just want money to kind of avoid people and stay away from them as much as possible. It's like seeing billionaires recently being treated so horribly as well, by the way. Like Mark Zuckerberg's getting really on fire right now. I don't even know if they're going to try to put him in prison, but big lawsuit right now going on. And to see all these billionaires with so much money just being treated like trash like this by government, and a guy from Taiwan, I think for TikTok, the way the senator is treating them, and he just has to be like, oh, but yes, senator, yes, senator, and it's like, shut the frick up, like not to the guy from TikTok, but like I'm not sure if there's like a legal obligation to speak that way, but if you're forced to speak that way or they can put you in prison, congratulations. The US is officially a pure dictatorship. It's actually horrific. I saw the laws, how the US controls their citizens when they go abroad. It's absurd. Like, truly, if you actually look at how much you are controlled as a US citizen when you go abroad for everything, you will actually literally go and want to give up your passport. And I'm thinking about probably doing that in the future because I feel like I want to go to a country that's free or somewhere in Europe, probably even. I'm just thinking, Asia is probably not the freest. I'm really thinking about which country would be the best and which area. I do like the Schengen area. I need to go and search some more and travel Asia and see how I like that as well. But the whole point here is I don't want to be part of America anymore just because of how toxic people are with you. I can't believe how much they control you abroad for taxes or anything else. I think you can be a citizen of our country and they'll still try to make you follow the rules. In this crap, we have to pay double tax in a country where we're here more than 6 months. We'll have to pay taxes to the US and taxes here legally. It's already bad enough, but it's like Europe where you have to pay taxes on your money you get, not the net profit you get, but all of the money you get. So let's say you got $100,000 and you only made 40,000, you have to pay taxes on 100,000 instead of just the 40,000 for the net profit you got after all your business expenses. Countries like America, believe it or not, like that. This is absurd that governments are constantly stealing so much money. And you have Muslim countries more in all these Arabic countries that are completely tax-free for business. At least I know Dubai is, and I need to look up into other ones. But I mean, of course, you have the oil supporting them, but it's absurd just to like see how much you're controlling these countries that you don't even think about. And I was watching a CIA agent talk about some things about how you trust no one. There's no one. You don't trust your family. You don't trust your friend. You don't trust anyone. People can always turn on you. And you're fricked up, and no one cares if you're fricked up, right? You go to prison, you have anything happen, no one's going to care about you. And that's the fact of the matter, right? And when you realize this, you start to understand that people break rules all the time. People are always breaking rules. And I will even try to link the video if I remember it. This guy used to work in the CIA. And he would be saying people bend the rules and go around them all the time, and they know how to do it. And whether it's in university or jobs or government offices, and how the government can money launder and all kinds of crap. And you see people bending rules. They're not made to be followed by the government. They're made to control the people. And that's the end of it, truly. Besides some basic rules like, oh, don't kill people. Like, obviously, those are pretty plain and simple. This is actually a giant joke. And to see just that people follow blindly. This is conditioning, like what he was talking about. People get used to something and they can't stop it. They have to keep doing it. Oh, my parents did this to me, so I'm going to do this to my children, even though I hated it. And that's what he was saying. And this is why the world doesn't change. This is why things are the way they are. There's so much information I've learned, so valuable that, I'll use it for my own life. I'll use it for my own life, truly. But there's too much, and I know most people won't learn it, which means people like me who study are going to be placed in the top 10%, if not even the top 1% if we study. We study so hard, we work so hard, we get all our money, get all our knowledge, and then we can essentially wield this power that such few people have. And CIA agents, for example, have such power because they learn to use and manipulate psychology, which is the most powerful tool we have today. And one other thing to wrap up this segment, I was researching on the US government website for this country. I saw it's like US citizens can maybe literally just live, work, and do all kinds of things in this country without a visa. And that's interesting as hell. If I can actually get a job here, that's just fine. I need to do more research into that. But it was also talking about this country obviously doesn't have a lot of different things that will help you. Like there's 8 different types of venomous snakes here, and most places don't carry the anti-venom at all in the country. And I thought, well, they just don't care if you die then. And what about all the tourism? We had a guy, when I was recording that for you and showing you the Black Sea, a guy was like trying to talk to us, showing us like this tourism thing he was offering. In a couple hours, it'd be like 100 something lari. So like 40 something dollars or more. And I was like, not interested, it's winter. You have these people trying to take you out on these things, these expeditions for a short time, and then just like you get bit by a snake or something, you die, no one cares. No one cares. You're just a number in this world until you make yourself something different. So make yourself something different. And don't expose yourself to these stupid, dangerous environments where you know you don't have something proper. You should always know what's in your environment. Have anti-venoms and things to protect you and such if you actually care about your life. Same way I would never want to drive a normal vehicle. I have money, I'd have things that are armored or good protected or just be smart, right? Even bulletproof. All these things that you wouldn't think about, especially if you're a target and you have money and you speak things. Probably some things I speak that probably a lot of people may not like if I start blowing these up, putting ads on the videos and getting these out to more people. Not just that, but the US government website was talking about how the spices in this country of Georgia probably are contaminated with lead, from what it was saying. Yes, there's literally lead contamination in the spices, and God knows what else is in here contaminating things. And I'm starting to think, maybe that's why these people act so weird. They kind of act like autistic. I guess if I really had to put it into one word, right? It's probably autism. It is not quite like that, but it feels like they act autistic. They really act autistically. The way they're so just inconsiderate and don't even process things and how awkward situations are. Things I've never experienced in France or any other country. For me, I think maybe they are developing brain damage or getting other issues from literal lead exposure, and it's in their bones. The longer we're here, the more that's going to happen. A bunch of spices taken with us from the UK and other places I got from India and such that will not have that, hopefully. I was starting to think, the US government website on this country is telling me this stuff's contaminated here. You may have to you may not be able to have an ambulance properly in most areas. And you'll have to call a taxi or something, or Uber or something similar, whatever it said. I was thinking to myself, really? Like, you call them while you're bleeding out or dying almost or something, right? And they're just gonna get pissed off. Get out of my car! You're not gonna be in here getting all bloody, and kick you out, leave you to die, right? Like that's yes, people are this bad. I don't think even you guys watching understand what I'm saying. I've traveled to so many places. I've had not even the lowest amount of money. I've had a decent amount of money compared to people living places. Let me tell you, people are cold-blooded psychopaths. They'll leave you to die in the streets. The fact that we have homeless people in the world already says everything, and I don't need to say a word more. I cannot explain how bad people are. They are so horrific, so just horrendous people. So many people. I can't believe how humanity is, and I'm sure a lot of people watching this will even maybe be offended, but again, if you're offended, cool. I guess leave. I don't really care. This is a documented series to show my life and whether I died or made it rich when I put everything into changing my life and making things different. And I want people to know how this country is and other countries. Things are not good. And a lot of food poisoning probably in America too, and all kinds of issues people don't think about. The thing is, wake up. See your surroundings, see reality, pull yourself out of what's standard, and stop following trends your parents did, their parents did, and you would do with your children. Make yourself different and base yourself on logic.